I want you to know the most important things about today's real estate market here in Southwest Florida. So listen up because it's great news. We had interest rates reduced last week. We're expecting 2 additional rate cuts before the end of 2025, which is important to think about for timing. I shoot these videos every week so you can follow me with shorts as well to know little 2 and 3 minute snippets. But what is important to note here in Charlotte County specifically, which is where we tend to pull our stats to be consistent weekly and monthly, we're seeing an increase in inventory, which is common at this time of the year because the weather's getting beautiful. The ocean's cooled off a little bit. It's getting cold up north, and people want to be here for our gorgeous winters. And so those sellers start to come on the market now because they know that, and they want to be ready when our buyers come to town. So just in the last 30 days, we've had 637 new listings come on the market. Now, the pending sales are what's interesting because usually we don't see very much pending sale activity, which means a buyer and a seller have come to agreement on the terms of a deal. And so usually in September, that's actually pretty slow because this is typically our peak hurricane season. But as it turns out, the rhetoric for hurricanes in our area has been dialed back. The ocean is already colder. People's pools are a little colder. We're feeling very comfortable. Obviously, we have no control over the weather, but it's looking really good for us this year as far as that's concerned. Also great news. And so I think that's why, combined with interest rates being lowered and also the upcoming property tax abatement or reduction statewide, which is going to be a really big deal. It just means you have more buying power. That's going to bring a lot of people out of the woodwork. And so the smartest buyers are really jumping in now when sellers are still negotiable to get some really great deals. And so we're seeing those pending sales up. 491 properties have gone pending in the last 30 days. And then for sold properties, we've had 507 homes sold, which is also up for what is common at this time of the year. So remember, when you're thinking about buying real estate in Florida, the number one thing we always ask people is, what kind of lifestyle are you looking to live? Are you a boater? Do you like to golf every day? Do you like to be in nature, where you might want a 5-acre property in a more rural part of our area, of which we have many and quite beautiful homes that have a little more elbow room, like we call it? Do you want to be able to be closer to the beaches, or would you like to be somewhere a bit more protected for your larger vessel on a canal, perhaps that's got deeper draft water? There are just so many different things. Do you like to be closer to bigger cities? Do you need to be closer to an airport, of which we have several very close to us? Tampa, RSW, PGD, Sarasota, all right here in our backyard. Just so many things go into the buying conversation. We also have people that ask us questions about insurance, specifically in an area where we might be more prone to hurricanes, and they want to know about what types of building codes and building improvements have been done to houses or condos, whether it's a new roof, or maybe they have what we call impact windows or some other form of hurricane protection. Or maybe because of flooding, the house has been raised, and so its general risk mitigation is quite high and very attractive to certain people. We have people asking about homeowners associations and something down here in Florida we call deed restrictions, and whether they want that or they want unrestricted property access to be able to park their boat or their RV in their side yard. You know, there's just a little something for everybody, believe it or not. And it's so wonderful to be able to share that message, because we've had sales closing as low as $50,000 for a condo, which really meets a lot of people's needs if they're just wanting to kind of put their toe in the water for the Southwest Florida lifestyle, but they're not sure if they're going to like it or not, and maybe their budget's not quite as big. All the way up to 5.99 million we've had available as far as closings go in the last 30 days. So there's literally something for everybody. And I love that so much about where we live, because we really still are the last affordable waterfront area in Florida, in my opinion. And so if you're looking for that specifically, we've got you covered. If you're looking to golf, Something else that's really a nuance in our market right now is that there's been so much development over the last few years. And again, we all know a little bit reduced buyer activity. So the developers of these golf course communities are really throwing some sexy incentives towards buyers to close before the end of the year. They're offering interest rates, some of them 2 to 4%, which is unbelievable. They're offering closing cost assistance. They're offering bundled golf if you buy before the end of the year. So we've got so many great opportunities really for you as a buyer, and also for our sellers. We're seeing, especially in the luxury market, prices are starting to increase again. And so it's all about timing, and that's why we do these market updates, is to make sure you are armed with the best information so we can be your real estate resource here in Southwest Florida. At the Nix Team, we have a full complement of professionals who are skilled in all different aspects of the buying and selling process. And so we love being able to share that knowledge and expertise with you. We also are all skilled negotiators, and that is very, very important, because listening is much more important so that we can craft your experience tailored specifically to you. And then also we can represent you by making sure that we are negotiating at the highest level to get you the best deal on one side or the other of that transaction. So kind of summarizing, interest rates have come down. More insurance providers are available, bringing those prices down. Property taxes are going to come down. Season is upon us, and the buyers are coming. So if you're seeking to purchase, your window of opportunity for negotiability, and also the last part is to get that homestead exemption. If you're looking for that, you've got to close by December 31st. And so all of those buyers come down here for our fourth quarter to really make it happen to achieve their goals. So we look forward to seeing you. We are delighted always to match people in property in Southwest Florida. And P.S., don't forget, we also do commercial real estate. So Danny and his team do an amazing job of taking care of our commercial folks, whether it's in development or getting a new location for their business, whether they're purchasing or leasing. We've got you all covered. So give us a call today at 941-225-4663. We hope you've enjoyed this market update and look forward to seeing you soon.